Hello subscribers, here's the 5th Mattel Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom toy review on my channel, and this time it's another one of my most anticipated ones, which is the Action Attack Carnotaurus. Now this was a figure everyone was looking forward to, since it was a big surprise that Carnotaurus showed up in the trailer, and he's finally in a Jurassic Park movie. And see, the packaging here is pretty big. Same thing as always, the cage-like structure, all in blue, Jurassic World logo, Carnotaurus, chomping action. This packaging is really big too. You see on the back, you got the same old stuff, that, and then the figure right here. And you got 2 Roarvors, Triceratops and Baryonyx, and another Action Attack, which is Stegosaurus. Which I'll still be getting her in the future, but not now, because all my cash is gone. See, there's one here for you to test the action feature, but I'll do that in a review. So let's get this guy out of the packaging. Now here is the Carnotaurus out of the packaging. And I have to say, it looks absolutely fantastic. Looks very movie accurate to the Carnotaurus we've seen in the trailers. And like I said before, this was one of the ones that got me really excited for this lineup of toys. The others being the posable Indoraptor, the Roarvor Baryonyx, and the real feel Mosasaurus. So let's start by taking a look at the detailing. And for a toy, the detailing here is actually really nice. And of course, this is a toy made for kids, so I'm not expecting like Papo or Schleich detailing. See, the detailing is really good. See, especially in that head right there. There is shrink wrapping, but then again, this isn't a scientifically accurate dinosaur. This is a Jurassic Park dinosaur. A clone Jurassic Park dinosaur. See, it's like this view where the Carnotaurus comes behind the gyrosphere and roars at Owen. See, it looks very accurate too. And it's well painted too. See, the teeth are actually well painted. There is no paint splotches on the face, thankfully. And as for articulation, the tiny arms are articulated, which is surprising because Carnotaurus had small, very small arms, much smaller than the T-Rexes, and I like how they're articulated on there. The legs have some articulation too. So is the tail. The tail is a ball joint, which is fantastic, and it moves 360. So you can move it, side to side, like he's thrashing his tail at an enemy, up and down. And the legs are ball jointed too. And I think the arms are too, but they're really stiff and they make like a squeaky noise. So you can move his arms up like that. And the pose, he's like in this, this typical walking dinosaur pose. And this figure is pretty big too. And I don't know the exact size, but I have to say, like, slightly smaller than the Hasbro Jurassic World Chomping T-Rex. And colors for here, typical. Like in most media depictions of Carnotaurus is usually red, mostly because of, Disney's dinosaur. And the colors on here is like, of course, a white underbelly. Then you got a purplish on the tip of the snout that continues to have the tail, doesn't go down all the way, sadly. And of course, the main color is being red. Oh yeah, I see. Take a look at the feet right here. I have to say the legs do look a bit, thick in comparison to the rest of the body, and the feet do look a bit big. But then again, at least it balances well. So I'd rather have dinosaur toys with relatively big feet that balances, rather than dinosaurs with like smaller feet that don't balance. At least the toy company somehow manages to make that dinosaur toy with small feet balance. And see, for some reason my Carnotaurus, it doesn't have a code, sadly. And there's like a paint blemish right there on the toes. And there's also like another paint blemish like right here. See the white paint right there? So like on some of the Jurassic World toys I have in my collection, and the ones I've seen in stores like Target or Walmart, things like in terms of like paint defects, Mattel's kind of having the same problem that Hasbro is with a lot of paint defects. But then again, then again, these awesome sculpts and detailing completely, hides those flaws. So yeah, the gimmick for this figure is you press on this button. Well, I guess this gimmick makes it have 6 points of articulation. So it's like a forward chomping action. It's really awesome. And the Suchomimus that's being released in the later wave, it has the same exact action feature, but that one looks a little wobbly. This one looks like, way more stable. And it feels very durable. It doesn't feel like it's gonna break. And it feels like very solid too. And it has a very strong spring. Oh, you see the inside the mouth right here? So I can't see well, but yeah, the tongue doesn't have any detailing. It's just, a smooth, glossy tongue with a well-painted teeth. I'm surprised that there's no defects on here. So yeah, so I think this is the third Carnotaurus in the Jurassic Park franchise. Other was the Bone Breaker Carnotaurus from the Lost World, which I don't really like. That figure. It looks kind of weird. And then the Demon Carnotaurus. I think this is like the best of those three Carnotaurs, because like those other two Carnotaurs, they look very cartoonish and weird compared to this one. This one's like one of the best Carnotaurs. Sculpt, paint job, and action features. Like, this action feature is just awesome. I just, I can just press this all the time. I usually, test this action feature every time I look at it when it's on my desk. So, let's start with the comparisons right now. Let's bring in some Hasbro dinosaurs. Here we have Hasbro Jurassic World Allosaurus and Mattel Carnotaurus. And as you can see, no comparison. This Allosaurus is just not. This Allosaurus is not that good though. So the Carnotaurus can chomp on him. See the paint job. Here's a cool paint job. Then here's a pretty crazy paint job here. Next up we have Jurassic World Growler Ceratosaurus and Mattel Carnotaurus. And there is a Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Growler Ceratosaurus, which, in my opinion, is way better than this one right here. And this still is one of my favorite toys in the Hasbro lineup, but it pales in comparison to this Carnotaurus right here. Paint job and sculpting compared to that. Next up, Chomping T-Rex. See, they're about the same size, with the Chomping T-Rex being a little bigger. Here's this chomping action, which is pretty basic compared to, this pretty cool chomping feature right here. Here's let's do a few more comparisons. Here's Roarvor Baryonyx, and these are supposed to be in scale with each other. So in the movie, Carnotaurus did seem a little bigger than Baryonyx, so I guess this is well in scale. And last but not least, let's just do a fun comparison. We have a toy from Mattel's earlier line, Disney Dinosaur. See, this isn't Mattel's first Carnotaurus that they've made. And see, designs. I kind of like the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom design more, because this one kind of looked way too monstrous for a Carnotaurus, but this one's still pretty cool too. Yeah, this one has a pretty cool chomping action too, but in my opinion, not as good as this one. So, when am I going to get this figure? Well, I have to say, this is this is a Jurassic Park toy that fans have been wanting for a long time. When I think of a good Jurassic Park toy, this is what I think of. And I have to say, I have to give this figure a solid 10 out of 10. This figure is just fantastic. Definitely one of my favorites of Mattel's Jurassic World lineup. And it retails for $19.99, which is very reasonably priced for a large, detailed, solid figure like this. And it is one of the more harder figures to find in stores, because scalpers keep buying the crap out of these. Because, I always go to Target and Walmart, and they barely have the action attacks. They barely have the roarvors. They usually have the mini dinosaurs, the attack packs, or the battle damages. So if you see this in stores, I would get it, because it's pretty hard to find. In stores. So, subscribers, this is it for this review, and I'll see. I hope you like this video. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next review.